Mixtape sets a new standard for coming of age stories in video games, and does so with a masterful sense of style.
Cardi, this is your 4th 10, I believe, over your long tenure at IGN. Your other 10s were God of War Ragnarok, Disco Elysium The Final Cut, and then you did an updated review of Overwatch in 2020 that you gave a 10, and I think that was at, like, that game has had ups and downs, and that was really at the peak of what was.
Have you heard about Mixtape and the unbelievable reviews that it is receiving? 10s from across the board. IGN called this a masterpiece. DualShockers 10 out of 10. This is not 10 out of 100, 10 out of 10. This game must be spectacular.
It's not a game, it's like a fucking 2.5 hour cinematic that you slightly interact with at times.
I do not know how this game got a 10 out of 10. You're not really playing it. It's a movie. Watch this scene. I'm holding my hand up. I'm not doing nothing. Literally, I'm finna walk away. I'm finna put the controller down.
I think a common criticism of people who don't enjoy games like this, which is fine, you know, everyone can have their tastes, is, well, it's not much of a game.
There are cutscenes in this game, but more often than not, like, it's always asking you to do something. Even if it's as simple as literally one button press to make characters headbang in time to music, like, it's essentially a cutscene.
So there's this one gameplay section, right? I mean, if you even want to call it a gameplay section, it lasts over 3 minutes, bro. 3 minutes of you just slightly moving the character left or right. And this is the big problem with this game, man, is that these mini games, like, this is the whole game. This is all there is to it.
Then there's more gamey bits, you know, like there's bits where you're using a slingshot or just having a good time designing your own slushies from a selection of flavors.
There's this one mini game where you just fill up a slushy cup and then you just put in one flavor and they're still like, oh, this is my super custom super dish. It's Coca-Cola. Do a bunch of bullshit and nothing happens. First and foremost, you're not even playing it, right? These are mini games built into a movie, more or less.
Fuck you too!
Some, though, are a little more out there, such as the recollection of Rockford's first kiss. Rockford's first kiss.
Oh, yo! This nasty ass shit that happens at some point in the game.
Oh my gosh. I can control it.
This is what is so lovable about Mixtape and why it works so well.
Wait. Let me search something really quick. What are the ages of the kids in Mixtape video game? Huh, so I guess showing high school kids intense makeout sessions in grotesque detail gets you a 10, but showing some hot ass gets you a 7. Alright, moving on.
What makes a 10 for you? What kind of pushes it from a really amazing thing to what you would consider a masterpiece, something that you think is is the peak of what it's doing?
Whoa, hold on, go back a second. He said something that's gonna what?
Something that you think is is the peak of what it's doing.
So not only is he struggling to find a reason to even ask a question as to why this game deserves to be a masterpiece, but the peak of what it's doing does not fall under what IGN defines as a masterpiece. So now that IGN's going against their own rating system publicly, I want to know, what is it that makes a game a masterpiece in the eyes of IGN reviewer Simon Cardy?
It has to sing to my heart in order to get to that 10 mark. Mixtape is a game where it's very much story and vibes first. It's a story that won't necessarily surprise. You aren't given choices here. There's no interest in fail states or high score chasing here. Any replay value is found in wanting to revisit these short pockets of fun. They won't change, nor will the relationships or conversations within them. You know what's going to happen, so the surprise factor is gone, with no knowledge of where it will go next, beyond a trust placed in the creator.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Cardi, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Your game comes out in 11 and a half hours.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
It's adding up! It's adding up, Lucy!
How do you go about getting songs like that? Is it just a simple like licensing lawyer thing, or do you pitch the idea? Is it violence? Is it murder?
A lot of like dark tunnels and weird blood sacrifices and stuff like that.
Yeah. Seriously though, how do you do it? Because like the amount of licensed music in this and how hard it is to get licensed music in general, like how did you actually pull this off?
How does an indie company afford that?
And that is where sort of the waters get a bit murky, because when you look at the soundtrack of Mixtape, It's very robust.
Well, we got a music supervisor, and when you get a music supervisor and you tell them, we're making a video game about a girl who wants to be a music supervisor, and it has to have the greatest soundtrack of all time. They're like, I'm fucking in. I'm fucking in. So
I smell bullshit.
See? You see? Oh, you don't see it? He moves! Right there! Wait! Right there! Coincidence? I think not!
I'm just going to come out straight out of the gate and just say this. The fact that Mixtape is a game that's got a perfect 10 out of 10 from IGN is considered a masterpiece. And then you've got all these gaming, not only gaming outlets, but gaming content creators, these influencers all saying this game is a masterpiece, a 10 out of 10. They highly recommend it. That tells me we have a problem.
I can't say it's anything but a masterpiece.
This is a 10 out of 10. This is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's really, really good.
I still think it's a very special game that I recommend to anybody.
Mixtape is going to be my game of the year. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Mixtape is going to be my game of the year.
I absolutely loved this game. This is one of the strongest recommendations I can give.
I can relate to the nostalgic feeling that
nostalgic.
Much like nostalgia, it brings out feelings you may have long forgotten.
Nostalgia is a bittersweet feeling, but one we can't help but fall into the clutches of, whether by choice or not.
Mixtape is nostalgia for failures.
The word playable certainly has its limits, though.
They're riding in a car. This is you pressing buttons. This is like a cutscene where you just kind of hit the button a lot and you do things in your car. So this is what Mixtape is. It's like a movie, I guess.
The writing and performances really do come across as just almost effortlessly natural.
This year, I want to ride a flaming stallion of delinquency. So, you're gonna burn it all down. Yup.
I want you to understand, this ain't a catastrophe. It's a warning. Daddy, if you trap me here, this will only be the beginnings of my wicked ways. Cause I'm angry and I'm wired and I'm fixing for a whole lot of trouble. If you make me stay here, I'm gonna burn the whole fucking place down!